What's up, guys? KTK here, back with another video here on the 2K21 demo. Now in this video we're going to be talking a little bit less about the My Career My Park version sides of the game, and here we're going to be talking about 5 tips to help start Myteam. Now these really are going to be focused towards more people who are trying to spend as least money as they can, and people who are even no money spent, who are just going to buy the $60 games the day it comes out and just, base everything off of that. But this also could really help people who are spending money as well, because these are just tips and overall just for the game to help you. So the first tip I have right here is to get in here and practice on the 2K21 demo. Get used to the new dribbling, how that's going to be, figure out how you're going to like to play, and I would also practice a lot with the new stick shooting. Now with the stick shooting, they've said this year that is going to be the most probably effective way to shoot, and it'll have even more of a boost than it does just shooting without the meter. I know me personally, I'm probably still just going to shoot without the meter, but I've been really practicing trying to get down the right stick and shooting like that. And if you need a good tutorial how to do that, I'd go see one of my favorite YouTubers, DBG. He gives a nice little tutorial on how to do that, just with the index finger and the thumb. But like I said, just get in the 2K21 demo, just the 2KU, you can do the quick games too, and just really get used to the new dribbling, how the game feels, how the defense feels, even in mostly all the stick shooting. Now tip number 2 I have is going to be, know what you want to do. Have a plan. If you are just doing it for fun and you just want to rack up as much MT, just you're probably going to want to play triple threat online and go from there, and jump right into online. If you want to grind and really have the best team and compete to really be a comp player in my team, you're probably going to want to at first grind out domination to get that George Mikan pink diamond card. You probably want to play a little bit of triple threat offline just to get some of the rewards there, some of the tokens. You're going to want to do stuff like that, some of the grinding that you need to do just to get that team really up in the beginning, get a lot of tokens, rack up a lot of MT, and most of all, just that George Mikan is going to be a very important card. But while doing that, you could also be grinding out the seasons. Now the seasons, we don't know exactly what it's going to be, but it looks to be like it's going to be some sort of XP type based thing, including that Steph Curry pink diamond there at the end, which I'm guaranteeing you is probably going to be a very, very good card, especially since it's going to be a free card. And if you grind it out and you can get it early, you can get that season done and you can grind it out, you will have a tremendous success, especially with that Steph Curry card. Not to mention all the other rewards you can get along with it while grinding there. So I think playing domination, playing triple threat offline is going to be very important in the beginning. First of all, just to get the rewards, the tokens, the MT from that, but also to get that Steph Curry and the stuff that comes along with the seasons. My third tip, and this is a very, very important tip, and I know a lot of people, when they first get in the game, there's going to be packs out right away. People are going to want to spend money, they're going to rack up their MT, and they're going to spend their money on current NBA Amethyst, or the Amethyst from the first packs. Just don't do that. That's not smart, because what you're going to do is you end up spending a lot of money on players that may be good for like a week, if that. Pick up the Sapphires from the currents, the Sapphires, the Rubies, that are really gonna be solid enough, especially with the new limited mode where you're gonna have to be using different kinds of cards. You might have to use Sapphires and Rubies at the beginning. So save that MT. Don't spend it on a LeBron James current card, because the chances that LeBron James current card is good at all in the first place is very slim. Because if you look at a player like LeBron, he's not his strong suits in basketball don't try and transpire very well to 2K. There might be a decent couple cards, yeah, maybe like Giannis. We always know Giannis is going to be good, but especially with position locks, it makes him a little less valuable. But if you want to buy any NBA current card, I would say Giannis, and he's going to be, I think, way too expensive at the beginning to even think about that or take a look into that. So like I said, save your money, find the budget ballers, the Sapphires, the Ruby, even the Emeralds at the beginning, and evo up that starter player you get too, because I think the starter players are, so I remember my Derrick Rose from last year, I used that card for a very long time, and it helped me a lot tremendously just throughout the first month or two in that game, just because of how just effective he was and the fact that he was a free card and super easy to evo as well. And on that note, also just saving money, look out for the evo cards. I mean, there will be evo cards that are good that you can evo and keep, but also look out for them in terms of making money. Those evo cards this year, especially with even more like diverse, and you can pick exactly what you want to upgrade, it's going to be very, very important that you're able to get those cards, pick them up for cheap, evo them, and sell them away. I know I did that a lot last year, and that was a very, very effective way for making MT. So I would definitely watch out for that and be on the lookout for that. As well as staying on that topic of saving money, I would save your players this year that you just get from random stuff just because of the new limited time modes, how you're going to need those players for certain things. Also for the exchanges, who knows, there might be that exchange might end up being pretty solid, and you might end up having 50, 60 silver saved up, and they come out with the pink diamond. Because I remember seeing in the trailer, in the blogs and stuff, they had the pink diamond Bob Cousy. Maybe that card's really solid, and it doesn't take you much. You already have the players, and you already have a decent amount of MT. It might be worth it to throw some of those into the exchange and just build that up over time till eventually you can go ahead and claim that Bob Cousy. My fourth tip, which I kind of already touched on this, is you're going to want to grind out the domination, and while you're grinding out that domination, grind out the seasons. That's just, if you complete the seasons and you complete domination, that's 2 free pink diamonds you get. We know George Mikan is always solid beginning of the year in 2K. He had the diamond last year that was very, very solid for his time. He could defend almost anybody on the court. He had good speed for a center. He was a great defender. He could shoot. He could spread the floor. He could do absolutely everything. And he was a very, very early diamond in the game. Now that he's a pink diamond, I think he's the same overall, though, as he was last year, and he's free. It's going to be very important if you're looking to really be competitive in this game to grind out that domination. As well as getting that card when you complete domination, you're racking up all those tokens MT you get from completing all those, as well as those players that you get, if it's like it was last year. There were so many good budget ballers in those with the Emerald to Sapphire evolves. Some of those players were great. You could use those cards and they're very useful. So I would keep a lookout for that. I would definitely grind out domination and try to get that George Mikan. I know it is a boring grind and it is a decent amount of work, but I think if you have the time and you really want to be good at Myteam this year, I think it is very important to, especially in the beginning stages, to grind out the domination, build up your MT a little bit, build up the tokens, and get that George Mikan. As well as I said, the seasons. That free Steph Curry is going to be a great player. We already know that. Steph Curry in the beginning of the years is usually great. Last year didn't have the greatest of cards because of the new position locks, but I think with the pink diamond like him coming out so early and without no quick draw this year, I think he's going to be a very effective player, especially for people who like to use quick small guards who are going to shoot extremely well off the dribble. I think he's going to be a great card. I think especially in like the new limited mode, if you can use him, I think it'd be really cool because I think it's going to be more of a casual. I don't think it's going to be I think in limited it's still going to be the top competitive mode. So I think that Steph Curry is going to be not only just pretty good, but I think he's going to be a very fun to use card too. And heading on to my last tip is going to be it's going to be taking time to get online. Don't rush it. I mean, seriously, get in to the domination. If you want to do the triple threat offline, get into that. Get into some triple threat online because that is always one of the best ways, probably the most effective way to rack up MT. Don't jump into limited and unlimited right away the first 2 days and expect to win every game, or even expect the servers to be working that well, because they're not going to. I'd be mindful of that. I would probably go offline, grind the first couple of days offline, get yourself some good rewards, and then if you wanted to go, I would probably go try the new limited mode, see how it's going. I think unlimited and limited are going to be two very, very different modes. I think limited will end up being very casual, much more casual than I think my team players I think is gonna be, and I think that unlimited will stay the most competitive version of online play there is. So I would wait to get into a unlimited till you really have the team set down, you have the meta really down pat, you have an offensive plan. If you like to use playbooks, if you like to just run high pick and roll, if you're a rim runner, whatever you have, once you have that meta down, I think it's very important to try it out first, really get it in offline, triple threat online, and then move to the limited and the unlimited streets. And also going with that, make sure you're watching out here for the next couple of days for the token markets, for if they release token markets early, because I know they did last year with that Cash Nasty video, because we knew last year that going into it we were gonna have one of the best players at the beginning of the year in Mirsan in the tokens. So you might get in, and we might have another guy like Mirsan or a Brashawn Bradley in the Emerald or Sapphire category, and it's best to maybe go ahead and grind out domination first, get those tokens, and be able to get that Mirsan just so you can then take them in and be a little bit more cheesy in unlimited and limited. But anyways, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe. We're going to be on this grind here in 2K21 Myteam. So have a good day, and I will see